Measuring capacity in lean accounting requires new numbers not previously calculated. Here is a summary of the steps to follow to calculate capacity. Step number 1 is to define the process where capacity is going to be calculated and measured. The second step is that the process needs to be studied to identify value-added and non-value-added activities. Third, after studying the process, data must be collected on the activities in the process. The final step is to build a template to calculate capacity in a consistent and reliable manner. Now let's look at each of these steps in detail. Capacity is measured at the value stream or process level. So the first step to calculate capacity is to define the process being measured. If you have value stream maps or process maps, these documents define the process for you. If you don't have these documents, it's important to do a quick study of the process to determine where the process starts, the specific sequence of the steps, and the end of the process. It's also necessary to look at the tasks within each process step and their proper sequence. It's not necessarily to do formal process maps if you don't have them. You can simply use Post-it notes to document the steps and the activities or tasks within each step. What is important is to make the process visible to everyone in the process. Now, let's review the 3 types of activities. After making the process visible, it's time to study each process step and the tasks within each process step to determine if either adds value or does not add value. Every activity, whether it be a complete process step or any specific task within a process step, can be categorized in one of 3 ways. Value-added activities are those which must be performed to deliver a product, an intangible product such as information, or to complete a service for a customer. Value-added activities must be performed to meet customer needs. Non-value-added but necessary activities don't create value for the customer, but must be performed for a specific reason, such as policy, technology, regulatory requirements, or current thinking. Non-value-added but necessary activities are business requirements but not customer requirements. The third type of activity are non-value-added but unnecessary activities. These are the 8 wastes of lean and can be eliminated with no impact on the customer or on business requirements. Examples of non-value-added but unnecessary activities are defects, overproduction, waiting time, unnecessary transportation, inventory, unnecessary motion, and excess processing. Now let's look at the relationship between these types of activities and capacity measurements. The classification of business activities, which we just mentioned, determines how capacity is calculated. Productive capacity is the amount of time spent on value-added activities. Non-productive capacity is the amount of time spent on all non-productive activities, both the necessary activities and the wasteful activities. Available capacity is the amount of capacity created through improvement activities which reduce and eliminate non-productive activities. Next, we will review how to collect data to calculate capacity.